Hello world. We've officially started our road trip across Japan to go to the only CrossFit competition we could find. It's me, I'm driving, so I shouldn't be making this video. And then we have Ryan. Say hi, Ryan. Hi. So we're gonna try to document the entire weekend. I'm gonna show you things that I do to prepare for competition, and also things you probably shouldn't do to prepare for competition. It's gonna be a fun weekend, and I hope you enjoy. We made it. We actually made it to the gym, and I'm gonna show you. We're gonna go inside. Sean, that's the man. You own this place, right? Awesome. Day 2, the day before our competition. We're leaving the hostel now, and we're gonna go explore Osaka. All right, so we just finished up with breakfast. Now we are gonna head to the gym, our CrossFit Minami, Osaka. We're gonna go hit some mobility for about an hour, hang out, meet some people, hopefully meet a couple of fellow competitors, and then probably go exploring a little bit. So always spend the day before your competition mobilizing, and we're probably actually gonna hit a really light workout, maybe some light Oli work to really loosen everything up. I don't like a complete rest day the day before our competition. This dude here has some pretty tight shoulders, so one thing I like to do is I'll take one of these muscle floss bands. This is like WOD Nation. My buddy owns this company. Really good stuff. You see he's freaking tight. His lats are glued down, everything up here, super tight. He can hardly freaking extend his elbows. Okay. First, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this band. I'm gonna put it just under his pec, and I'm gonna wrap externally. Okay, so I'm going around this way, not this way, because that's going to put them internal. We want external rotation. All right, and then at the end, for the last wrap, take it, and then you wrap it underneath itself, and it's going to pin down nice and tight. Okay, so now I'm going to have them lay down on the ground. I'm going to put pressure either with my hand, or if I really hate them, I'm going to use my foot. Okay. You can do this. I'm putting some light pressure here, and then I'm taking his hand and I'm internally rotating it until it hurts too much. You don't want to go too fast, or I don't want to slam it down because that can hurt his shoulder. So I'm just going to internally rotate and then externally rotate, all while keeping pressure on that shoulder and keeping the shoulder on the ground. And I'm going to do this for about 90 seconds, maybe a little bit less. The difference in mobility is like, I don't know if you can see up here, it's like 4 or 5 inches, unbelievable, okay? And that was only from about 90 seconds of flossing. Now we're gonna do the next side. So this is my favorite, I usually do this every morning, but this is a great just mobility routine, just to get yourself active and ready to take on the day. It's gonna help me get flexible and loose for tomorrow. Take my foam roller, and I'm gonna open up my thoracic spine. Now I'm gonna do 10 cat cows. that's pretty much it. I'll probably hit a couple other things of mobility, but that's just a little warm-up routine I do every single morning. I
We're looking at me, and when you smile with your eyes pass right over me, like I'm as out of place as it feels to be.
All right, so we just spent a long time mobilizing, and Ryan's hungry. Okonomiyaki is what we're getting. I think I pronounced it right. It's basically like, it's like a meat noodle pancake thing. So hopefully it's gonna be delicious, but it's gonna be great recovery food. We spent a lot of time mobilizing, really opening up the shoulders. I snatched moderately heavy. I did fail a rep in there, so I guess it was considered heavy, but it was good to feel what it's like getting under the bar. That way tomorrow I know I'm gonna try to surpass that number. I got up to 235 and I'm gonna try to beat that. And yeah, overall it's really good. I also remember I need to shave my calluses, so that's gonna be coming up later tonight. Hopefully I can get a hold of a callus shaver somewhere and actually shave these big old calluses so I don't rip on competition day. So remember the gym that I was at earlier today? Well, it's been completely broken down. You'll notice there's no pull-up rig anymore. So basically what happened is they've completely taken down the pull-up rig, and we're gonna build it in the park tomorrow morning for the competition. It's gonna be pretty sweet. I've never done a competition on a dirt field. So I'm gonna be doing double unders, snatching, all kinds of stuff on a dirt field. It kind of feels like original CrossFit to me. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, but I just wanted to show you the broken down gym. We're probably gonna go settle in at the hotel and then go find something to do for the night. Probably eat a bunch of food. And we found this sushi joint. Out of the 12 million sushi joints, Ryan thought this one was calling to him, so we're gonna go in. Actually sitting on the floor a little bit, and they made us take off our shoes before we came in, which is definitely a Japanese tradition, and I love that because I like letting my feet breathe. Then this came. So this giant pot of something is here. Hopefully it's our meal. We don't really know. That was absolutely delicious. We just got our check. We're gonna roll out. It's time to get a good night's sleep before our competition. It's very, very important to get a good night's sleep. Luckily, our room has no windows, so we're able to sleep really, really late and really, really easily. So let's do it. Good night. So on the way home, we found a cheese tart stand. Another pre-competition fuel meal. Just a taste.
Oh, let's check out the donut place now. Fueling. Morning time. Post first WOD. Carb.
Breakfast. We'll come back for breakfast.
So it's the morning of the competition. Ryan and I just got up. We're discussing where to go for breakfast. I'm drinking a little bit of cold brew coffee that I actually brought with me. And Ryan said, I brought some cold brew with me too. And we just left the hostel that we're staying at, and we're heading to our car. But probably on the way, we're gonna find some breakfast. Hopefully Ryan's nose leads us to a place that's an acceptable breakfast spot. I'm kind of expecting him to find a donut stop or maybe some pizza. Who knows? What are you thinking, Ryan?
Eggs and rice.
Eggs and rice, an interesting combination. Wasn't necessarily what I was expecting. I don't know if I'm gonna eat here, but Ryan has a particular type of breakfast that he loves to get from the Family Mart. It's also really, really cheap. They have rice balls. Basically, he's gonna get some carbs, some form of protein. He's probably not gonna spend more than like $3. What a breakfast. All right, so we're here getting ready for the competition. It's out here on a dirt field in Japan, which I think is pretty freaking awesome. This is like OG CrossFit. You can see here we have a rig that they put
inside the park, which I think is awesome. They have a bolt to the ground. It's actually really solid. Hopefully it stops raining by the time we do Fran, but it's drizzling. The kettlebells are wet. We have a lot of kettlebell swings. So the first workout is an 800-meter run with a 53-pound or 24-kilogram kettlebell. And then we come back, hit 100 double unders in the dirt, which is interesting. And then after that, we do, let's see, 75 kettlebell swings, which will be fun because it'll be soaking wet. And then 25 ring dips. And then 75 kettlebell squats. I'm gonna hold it on my back instead of in the goblet squat position just to make it a little easier. And then after that, let's see, what is it? Yep, so 75 squats and then 100 double unders to close out the workout. Luckily, there's no run at the end because that would stink. So I'm hoping to make up some ground on the double unders and kettlebell swings, but we'll see. This is gonna be fun. Stay tuned. That was rough. I couldn't hold on to that kettlebell. I think you saw me wiping my hands every 10 reps or some nonsense like that. That might have just been a lack of mental focus or whatever, but I knew that with a competition like this, we only have one heat. I knew that getting second place is gonna be okay in the long run as long as I can step it on the last two workouts. So once I saw him pull away, I really just felt, all right, he's got a really good engine. I don't know if I can catch up, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure I stay ahead of place number 3 and not try to absolutely crush myself. Also, doing jump ropes on the mud was something I had never experienced. So I had to pull out a new rope because my other rope, as soon as it would touch the gravel, would get loose. So that was tough, that was really tough, but that's what's good about CrossFit is it forces you to practice things that you've never practiced before. So stay tuned for the next, what is it called? It's a lift off. We're doing a hang snatch 1 rep max. I'm excited for that one. Even though the last thing I want to do right now is eat or drink anything, I feel so messed up. I'm gonna force myself to drink a protein shake. So what we have is protein, dextrose for some carbohydrates. I'm gonna mix it in this water right here. All right, so the first heat is about to get started. Luckily, I'm in the second heat, so I'll be able to see what kind of weights they get. But either way, they're gonna go their heaviest, I'm gonna go my heaviest. But the guy who's winning right now is in the gray here. He is a stacked, bulky, strong, fast dude. So I'm excited to see what he can snatch. Her name is Coconuts. Coconuts.
Hi, Coconuts.
Coco-san.
Coco-san.
So, a recap of the Snatch event. I totally didn't deserve it because I completely messed up. I added my kilograms wrong, and instead of making a 10-pound jump from 225 to 235, I accidentally made a 10-kilo jump. So let me run the calculation right now. I went from 225 to 247. Totally boneheaded of me. I meant to go from 225 to 235, then I would have gotten first in that, but instead I failed 247 a couple times, and here we are in second place again. But I'm hoping that the final workout, Fran, I can be smart and not make a completely boneheaded mistake. But either way, having a great time. But just a mental note: make sure you ask somebody. Be very, very passionate about asking. I was trying to ask people what am I lifting? What am I lifting? And they were telling me, but it just wasn't computing in my head because I have no idea how much kilos are. And that was a big problem. That was a big mistake for me. So anyway, just a quick lesson. Lifting felt good. Felt a little weird in the mud, but still, the 225 felt fantastic. But hopefully next time won't be as stupid. We're having a lunch break right now, just kind of chilling out. Luckily the rain has stopped. Everything's looking beautiful to finish up with Fran. Somehow right now, even with a couple stupid mental mistakes, I am sitting in first. I have 3 points, so I have a first and a second, or that's actually wrong. I have 4 points, so I'm 1 point ahead. I have a second and a second. I am 1 point ahead of the person behind me, and I basically have to win Fran if I want to win this competition. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be grueling, and I know he is a beast at Fran. So we're going to go head to head and do our best.
Don't let the door hit you on the way.
Two start.
Where's it, boom? 334. Attaboy.
Repeat, rewind, retweet, then act like hoes that you see on TV. What a crying shame, with a body on that frame and a half a brain. Think about the time you take up, when you put on your makeup.
I can't feel my arms. What can I say? I got beat. Even though I PR'd my Fran by a couple seconds, I got 232, I believe, or 231. And my previous record, I think, was like 235. He beat me by so much. He got 213. Unbelievable. Kid has an awesome engine. Just needs to be a little bit stronger maybe, but he did what he had to, and he beat me. Ended up beating me by 1 point. Actually, no, we tied. We tied points-wise, but he beats me because he got 2 first places. I got second in all the workouts. Also want to note that one simple mistake, me loading the bar with too little weight and then too much weight because I didn't pay attention to the weight conversions, cost me. Ryan beat me on the snatch. We weren't really expecting that, but he beat me on the snatch. He hit a new PR. He beat me by like 4 or 5 pounds, is what it ended up being. And because of that, I got second. I had no idea what his numbers were, so I didn't aim to beat it. I got second, and that cost me. If I had gotten that first, I would have bumped up to the win. But you know what? I didn't deserve it. I made some mistakes, and I got beat on the Metcon pretty bad 2 times. That guy absolutely deserves it, and what a way to wrap up! What a way to wrap up the weekend! What a blast!
Well, the day's over. We played hard. It's time to eat again.
Oh man, what an awesome weekend. So my camera battery died. I just replaced it, but we'll put a couple snapshots in here. Ended up getting second. Ryan ended up getting third. Overall, it was just a great weekend, and I couldn't have lost to a more worthy opponent. He absolutely destroyed that head-to-head Fran. I was in first going into the last workout. He was in second, and we went head-to-head to see who claimed the crown. I nearly PR'd. I had 2 minutes and 32 seconds, and he got 2:13, which is absolutely ridiculous. That is such a fast Fran time. So anyway, now we were making the long pilgrimage back to where we live, just outside of Tokyo. It's going to be a long drive, but overall, awesome weekend. I'm going to try to get some sleep. Ryan's going to try not to crash, and yeah, thanks for following along.